Okay, it's a friendly crowd because I never usually get applause for my ability to walk up 2 steps and put my hands on a podium. But hey, I'm going to take it. All right. So first off, good morning, everyone. We all know that the collective bargaining process and the right to protest is sacrosanct at the university. And to prove that it is, we're doing it here today. So not just for you, but in general. This is our 3rd week of various student activities. So I just want to make sure everyone understands that we understand that this is an important part of how life works. And thank you very much for any accommodations you've had to make because of that. So welcome to the, I think, 5th largest school of engineering in the country. Welcome to a school ranked top 10, public or private. We don't do special categories, just we're top 10, period. And welcome to a school that puts a lot of time, energy, and effort into wireless and other forms of communication. So I just wanted to offer a few thoughts before you get on to the next session. And Misha, it's great to see you. It's nice not to be watching you on Zoom in the UK all the time. You are remarkably 3-dimensional here with us today. We'll give you a frame that you can flip from black to yellow depending on whether or not you're talking. So let me offer 2 or 3 thoughts about, I think, a very important endeavor that we all might be able to get behind. Some 40 or so years ago, the United States launched the MOSIS program, Metal Oxide Semiconductor Implementation Service, which created a platform. Granted, you could make a list a mile long of the flaws, but it was a platform which allowed broad swaths of entrepreneurs, academics, and novice as well as experts to start exploring this wild and wacky new thing called CMOS. And of course, they had BIMOS and NMOS and PMOS and a whole bunch of other things leading up. And if you read their reports from 1983, they were celebrating our first run at the microscopic size of 3 microns. And it's like, hi guys, that's a little dated. That model taught a lot to everyone about how to move a broad phalanx of people forward and generate the talent. So I want to offer a short vision to all of you. The National Research Platform, which encompasses 37 countries on some of the highest speed optical fiber in the world. I think they're running 400 gigabits per second. Has made a slot for a panel session open to me on February 6th of 2023. When I go there, I'm going to ask them to please think about an important extension to the valuable work you do, moving petabits of data around for the world science effort, right? When CERN does something, or the National Super Collider, or the Neutrino Project, they're all using this super high-speed optical fiber network. It's already built and funded by the federal government, and it's off and running, it's self-supporting, et cetera. You may not know that one of the terminuses of that network is right here on this campus. Scenic is the California section of this big thing. The terminal switch for Scenic is actually in Atkinson Hall. Ramesh, thank you for all the wonderful work you did to make sure it's right here. So imagine a future in which we can convince the federal government, all of us working together, to fund a research platform project. Use the existing high-speed optical fiber network and allow a disaggregated, inhomogeneous set of hardware to be attached at various points. And you can imagine this network goes to everywhere that major research is being done, including many of the universities, as well as important companies. And when Misha was going through this wonderful list of, hey, you really got to get working on stuff like this, I was getting more and more pumped up because I said, if you want academicians to do more than just widgets, you got to give them a system. And I don't know about you, but I don't think it's fair to ask Verizon to take down a whole section of SoCal to let a bunch of academics play on that network. However, if we could start driving the use of this network as a platform for a broad range of people just to start experimenting, just to start inventing new things. Companies certainly can participate, but you want a platform that is at size and scale with enough traffic to mean something, right? We all know you can make something work in the lab, depending on what discipline you come from. Pick a petri dish or a lab. It always works there. It never works when you scale it. So how about we do something that Moses did, but do it for the world, not just for the United States? So that's the thought I'm going to leave with you. I am working very hard on this. I'm getting access to the right places where decisions can be made. And once I get permission, and I'm not going to stop until I get that permission, once I get permission that the National Research Platform will admit attaching to wireless devices, and of course I'll look to this community to say which ones you want to put on, then you'll have an interesting scenario of, hey, so what is that architecture you want to have for this, and how does it work, et cetera, et cetera. And the last piece I'll offer is that optical fiber network understands how to partition the traffic so they can actually give you a piece of their bandwidth, and if your experiment fails, it doesn't take down the rest of the system. So you really do have almost a worldwide platform at your service. All you need is the endpoints and the people to engage. Everything you're discussing here might find that platform a useful platform to test the ideas out and check for the scaling and the traffic. So Sujit, I know we're slightly behind schedule, and so I make my comments brief. I'm more than happy through Sujit to update the group as to progress. The big day that I'm working toward is February 4th, 2023, and I hope to be having some wonderful news to report then. Thank you very much, and I'm hoping you find that an exciting opportunity. Good day and good morning.